All right, boys and girls, welcome to the introduction to the low budget bass shootout. I don't know what the hell to call it, but let's back up. So, several months ago, I bought this. I was curious because I was seeing this for sale several times. This four-hole, 12-inch sealed subwoofer box. Now, forget all the little cotton balls. I stuffed that in there and it probably didn't do any good, but whatever. It's what I had available, and I was trying to garner a little bit deeper response. But, the average guy on a low budget, he wants some bass, 412s. The box was somewhere around, if you find it on sale, but normal price is around 125, something like that. And four cheap 12s. So I started with four Belvas, and the Belvas run, I think they were single 4 ohm, so that's 1 ohm load. I think the Belvas normally run around 40 bucks, 45 bucks, something like that. So 90, 180, 280, 300 bucks. You've got four 12s. And you throw it in a hatch, throw it in a trunk, and you've got some bass, right? So I tried that out. With the Belvas, and then I moved on to the Infinity Primus. It was, the Primus was a little more accurate than the Belva, and of course they were a little more expensive. But I did catch a sale, obviously, and that wasn't much more than the 300 bucks invested in the Belvas. And then I moved on to the Machete 12. Where is that? Light S, 12 Light S. Those are 300 RMS, and the ones I got were D2s. So I put them in series up to 4 and then back to 1 in parallel, and ran that for quite a while, and it did pretty well. And that, what would that, catch them on sale? I think the normal price on those is 70 bucks. So 7 times 4 is 28. So you got 400 bucks invested, unless you catch it on sale, which I did, of course. So I went through all that testing and it did well. I ran the Machetes for a few months, and it did good on music. So a local guy, bought the Machetes in the box, and I said, well, my next test is going to be dual 15 sealed in a cheap box. So there's the B box, a Trend B box, dual 15 sealed, and I think I'm thinking about 2.1 is your net space per sub. It might be a little less than that, but and it's a 3/4 face, 5/8 everywhere else, and it does have a divider in it, so it's separate chambers, and that's not, that box is not strong enough to take but so much. So, but I want to see, let's see what is that box. Yeah, it bounces around everywhere from $80 to $120, something like that. But let's just go with 120. And you get a couple of 15s. Your bargain 15s sometimes are around 100 bucks. Now, sometimes you can get these Lanzar. I don't really recommend those, but you can get the Lanzar cheaper. This is not going to be in the test. But this DS18 Gen XX. Now, right now, they're floating around everywhere at $175. I would never pay that amount for those. I don't think they're worth it. But catch those on sale, and that's what we're starting with, is the Gen XX. And I can tell you, just running it one day, it blows away the 12s, the 412s, as far as depth and volume. I haven't put it on the SPL meter yet, but I will. But depth and volume, there's just no comparison. Now, punch, You know, maybe it's the Gen XXs. The punch is a little better out of the 12s, the 412s. You know, like kick drum, bass guitar, a little better. But the so far, you know, over a few dozen songs I've played over it in the car, it's pretty impressive. Now, what I'm going to do, like I usually do, I'm going to go for let's see here. Yeah, I don't do like all the pros do and do all this editing stuff, so mine's going to be pretty much as we go. We're going to go for SPL, loudness, versatility. How much different style of music can it play and play well, or how well does it play it? Accuracy. How much power can you apply to it and still maintain good, clear bass? And what does that do to your SPL? Because I can tell you right now, the DS18 Gen XX, it'll get loud, no question about it. It'll throw some SPL, but you lose your accuracy when you do it. Now I'll find out for sure when I put the SPL meter on it, but it's going to be low. The numbers on that are going to be low, maintaining accuracy, and you know, it's going to be curious to see what does what. Now, you know, I don't have a lot of money, and I can't buy every 15 out there, and that poor box is not going to take but so many in and outs before it's destroyed. So, this is where we go. I've got the Gen XX pair in there now. I've got a BDC2, and I only have one. It seems they're very difficult to find. I really wanted to test two of these, but I've got a BDC1, and I can get another one, and they're fairly cheap. It's got, I think it uses the same motor in it, but yeah, 3-inch coil in it. But this one's double stack and this one's single stack, and they rated at 800 RMS, and I don't, you know, I just don't see it. 3-inch coil, okay, but with that little single magnet, you know, and its total weight's 18 pounds. I don't see it, but we'll find out. So I'm going to get another one of these. So we're going to try two of the audio pipe BDC ones. I came across a deal on a pair of Comp R. So we got Kicker Comp R, and I have the last two in existence, Audio Legion Armada 15s. So we're going to run a pair of those, and possibly the last two in existence, Foo 750s. So there's a pair of Foo 750s there, and a pair of Soundstream Reserve 15s. So that is going to be the test between those subwoofers. And again, we're going to go for SPL, versatility, accuracy, and SPL on clean music. Now, what that means to me is what we talked about before. How loud can we get and maintain clean, clear, precise bass? And that's going to be very interesting to see. Now, backpedaling a little bit. Again, so what? A pair of these are about 100 in the box. 200 for the subs, 300. So 320 bucks, let's say. And you got a pair of 15s. Throw them in a trunk. Throw them in a hatchback. It's going in my wagon. That's, you know, I think it's pretty decent amount of bass. Now, you may ask, what am I running? Now, those of you that have followed me, I've been running the same amp in the car. This is the Soundstream TXP 6000. which is a 2000, 2100, 2200 RMS amp at 1 ohm. And I have been running that for, it's going into year 2, well into year 2. And that's what everything's going to be tested on. Could I run, sure. Yeah, I can go, like some of these guys and go get a 12,000 watt amp and see how fast I burn them up. That's not my objective in this. My objective is, guys with not much money, how much bang for your buck can you get? Whether you want SPL or whether you want just really good sounding music with bass enhancement, that's kind of what I want. So we're going to see. So we got the audio pipes, and then we got the Armadas, and we got the Soundstream Reserves, and the Comp Rs, and then the Foo 750s. Now in the previous 15 shootout, the Foo was number 1. Armada was up there. I never tested this. I ran across a deal on this a little while back on the Reserves. And I think they're discontinued, which is why I got a deal on. The Comp Rs, they're pricey. Normally I would not buy them. I stumbled across, shocker, a deal on these. These things are, I think, about $250 a piece. Normally I'd never ever pay that kind of money. But if you did, so that's 500 in subs, and the box is 120, so 600, say 625 box and subs. I will tell you this: the Comp R single 12 ported in my wife's car is extremely accurate, deep. It's tuned to 34 hertz. It sounds fantastic. Now, I tried another Comp R12 in a different box in my car, and it was nowhere near as good sounding. It just wasn't a comparison to hers. Is it the trunk? I don't know. Was it a bad sub? I don't know. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was not anywhere close to what hers sounds like. So I'm extremely curious what these Comp Rs, and I may save those for last, because I don't know. I expect them to be very tight, very accurate, and they're going to have a tall hill to climb, because those Funkos, those Foo 750s were really good. And that goes for these Reserves and the Armadas as well. Now, the sad thing is you can't get the Armadas anymore. And I'm going to have to decide which ones of these are going to go on Low Budget Waffles, the Facebook group. Bassheads is on a low budget. I can assure you these Armadas are coming. So if you guys out there are Audio Legion Armada fans, these will be coming. Comp Rs, I'm not sure. Reserves, I'm not sure. Foo 750s, I'm not sure. The BDC ones, probably so. And the Gen XXs that I'm running right now, yeah, probably so. So, I don't know what Audio Pipe's doing. I don't know if they're discontinuing this BDC, the lower model. I don't know what they're doing, but they're... And that, if they're... I don't know that I found one. Yeah, I found some for sale, but they were stupid. They were more than the BDC3. So, yeah, I'm not doing that. There's no way I'm. So anyway, that's it. That's the introduction to, I don't know what we should call this. Budget 15 Shootout V2. Not really, because there's not that many 15s. Just low budget shootout, low budget bass shoot. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But that's it. Look forward to you guys tuning in and seeing the different tests I do over the next several weeks. I'm going to try to do one pair of subs per week, so that get unless something happens during the weekend and I can't change out the subs. So we got the DS18s, Soundstream 1, 2. Armada 3, Comps 4, Funko 5, and BDC 6. So that'll be 6 weeks worth of testing. and I'll get the trusty notebook out and make notes and rank them, and we'll get it posted up. So look forward to you watching. Have a good one.